Increasing investor demand and regulatory constraints are driving asset managers to incorporate environmental, social, and governance (ESG) measures as critical factors in their investment strategy and allocations. Global ESG assets are forecast to exceed $41 trillion by the end of 2022. However, there are a number of obstacles, including lack of global ESG standards, common benchmark, and a lack of clear front runner in providing an accurate ESG data that makes ESG investment strategy tough to deliver for any asset manager. Snowflake Marketplace, which now hosts 18 of the 20 top ESG providers, makes it very easy to evaluate, incorporate alternate ESG metrics and benchmarks with standard financial metrics that an investment strategy demands. With support for structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data, and ability to process that in any language, including Python, SQL, and Java, Snowflake platform becomes an ideal for ESG analytics. In this demo, we will look at a fictional asset manager, SnowCap, that is combining its first-party portfolio performance data, ESG scores that it has of its invested companies, third-party ESG scores and benchmark aggregated by FactSet True Value Labs, and further enriching that data with analysis of key entities and words extracted from 10K and 10Q reports of these companies. That's done by another provider on Snowflake Marketplace called Exern. So this part of the demo that is built using Streamlit looks at the user experience of an asset manager trying to understand its portfolio performance as well as incorporating the ESG data into its analysis. This data is joined at a ticker level through SQL, just by writing SQL, and then building views on top of that data to power this application that we're looking at. So let us look at the performance review section of the app. So this view gives the ability to an asset manager to investigate the performance of the portfolio. They can pick and choose different portfolios to do the analysis on, add or subtract tickers into their portfolio and see how it impacts the overall performance. You can see the trend overall, period over period trend in the performance. You can see that the flagship portfolio is doing a lot better than the others. Now there is an interactive grid which allows you to sort the data by performance, by ESG scores, the internal ESG score, the materiality, and the all category index data, ESG index data that is coming from True Value, ability to see which of these portfolios are performing well and not doing well from the ESG scores, along with other quantitative information about the performance of the portfolio, whether it's the price, the market cap, and other pieces of information that an asset manager needs for reorganizing his or her portfolio. We can continue to look at the overall performance, day over day performance of the portfolio, as well as some of the other composition of the portfolio. There are other graphs and charts which are available in this dashboard or / application. You can drag them and make them available for the analysis as well. Now, this view gives an ESG score trend as to where the overall ESG score is for each ticker. Here, for example, we're looking at Snowflake, started off high in the materiality score, but then kind of stabilize at the middle of the section. You can compare the internal ESG score with the benchmark score. Now, this is where that Exern component, where you're getting qualitative information, the keyword, the statements that a firm makes to the analyst and industry about what its focus is about. So here we're looking at Google, extensively focused on energy, especially around renewable energy. So let's look at the portfolio reallocation worksheet, where now asset manager can actually make changes to the portfolio based on the review they've done. So this gives you an interactive grid. They can pick the portfolio that they want to make the changes in. It gives you the ability to look at and filter and sort the real data, combining it with the ESG scores, ability to give you filter and pick and choose the columns that they want in their analysis, rank and sort the data on different metrics they want to look at. So let's moving back into the exploration portfolio. I can pick the columns that I need in my analysis. So I'm going to kind of clean up a little bit and just leave a few columns which I want to look at the composition of my allocation by different materiality rank. So now I can pivot the data quite easily. Now I'm seeing that 23% of my portfolio is on below average, 52% of my portfolio is on average. Who are my leaders? Who are my laggards in this ESG score? Again, to repivot the data. Now what I want to do is actually start to make changes. So I got one of the stickers, which is a laggard, a VAV. I want to make that from 10% allocation to 0. As soon as I do it, I get a warning that my now total composition is 90%. It should be 100 before any change is committed. So what we're going to do is take that 10% and put it to the other ticker BLDE, which is now increased from 5% to 15%. We get the confirmation that the total is now 100%. It gives you the old and new allocation for you to review. So AVAV was 10, became 0, and BLD became from 5 to 15. Once we're good, we can now confirm this allocation. So now, after we're reviewing the data, we are now actually able to make changes to our portfolio right there in the same application, all powered by Snowflake and the marketplace to be able to do a holistic ESG analysis for our portfolio management.